Right, that's my Zoom. Make sure that we get connected right, because last time we were together, I forgot to record. So give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm having some connecting issues tonight, but we get ready to get there. Don't worry. Don't worry, everybody. Just trying to, I think I'm connected, but I want to make sure that there's no sound that's gonna come up. Because I believe I am connected, but like I said, I don't want this to mess up and give us a sound. All right, so I'm gonna talk until, all right, so there's something that I always see differently in this video. One, I love to play this at the end of the month because oftentimes people get to the end of the month and they think they're done. They think they've done all they can. They think they've worked as hard as they could, right? But I'm gonna share some things with us tonight that might be a little challenging. Is that okay? This is a closeout training. This is for leaders. We're ready. Are we ready? Do I have your permission to keep it all the way 100 and real tonight? Let me know. Let me know if that's okay. I need to see. I need to see. So there's something that we recognized differently tonight. Chris and Amanda are here with us. Dr. Bramwell is here with us. You know, Paul is always going to be in the room somewhere, right? And there's something we noticed different about this video tonight. We focus oftentimes on Brock. We focus on him not thinking that he could make it across the field, right? Well, actually, he thought he was going half the way. He thought he was doing half of the field, right? Coach said, can you do half? Can you give me the death crawl across half the field? So we focus on Brock. We didn't focus on Jeremy, who was on his back, who Jeremy, Tracy Deloach, had to be in sync. So as Brock was moving his body, Zena, Jeremy had to be in sync too. That in order for Brock to get across the field without dropping Jeremy, I don't know if any of you have ever ridden on the back of a motorcycle, but when you ride on the back of the motorcycle, when the person who's driving the motorcycle leans, you gotta lean with them. Okay, some of y'all, I don't know if you've ever been on a jet ski. If you've ever been on a jet ski, when the person is on the front and you're on the back, you gotta lean with them. So in order for Brock to get across the field, Brock couldn't get across the field on his own. Some of y'all gonna catch that. I don't know about y'all, but we just got the revelation. And I said, apparently, this death crawl is not that easy. It's not easy, and I'm gonna tell you why I know it's not easy. Because as Brock got across the half field and closer to the end zone, the whole team stood up. The whole team stood up because the whole team said, now wait a second. He said he couldn't go half of the field, but now he's going the entire field. So that goes to prove that we think we've done all we can. We think we've gotten all the sales that we could. We think that we've enrolled we've done all the follow-ups. Well, Nina, it's March 29th. What more do you think can happen? What? See, I serve a big God. I don't know about y'all. I don't know if you got I serve a big God. I don't know. I serve a big God. And I've seen some very miraculous things happen in 24 to 48 hours. I mean, Chris, have we not seen it? See, I've seen, have we not seen it? I've seen teams wake up and do 50, 60, 70, 80, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 in production in a day, in 48 hours. See, I know what I've seen. And so here's the thing, Tedra, like Roger Bannister, once he broke the mold, once he broke the glass ceiling, once he broke the thought that it couldn't be done, once he broke the mentality that no one could run it under 4 minutes, once he did that, everybody does it. Everybody does it. So if you're not a senior associate tonight, but you know you're close, 250, 260, I don't care if you got 120 points. It can be done. I want you to write it down in the comment. It can be done. So if you're a team leader tonight, and you're close to team leader. You're halfway there. We got 2 days left. Are you kidding me right now? No, it can be done. If you're close to director and you think, well, I don't know, I think I'm done. I think I'll just wait until next month. No, absolutely not. And here's the thing. So for me, let me tell y'all something. I could clearly just be sitting here like, you know what? Well, I'm done my production for the month. This isn't even about me. This is about what person can still go team leader, what person can still go director, what person can still go senior associate, what person can still get there. Are we still doing a call tomorrow night? Absolutely. And if there's 213 people on the training tonight, then we should have 600 people on the call tomorrow night. We should have 600 on the call tomorrow night because we're running through the tape. This is March Madness and we're not done. We're running through the tape. I don't know about y'all, but who's ready to run through the tape? I'm ready to run through the tape and into April because what I know is this. April is going to be the biggest month of production that you've ever had in your career ever. And I just want you to all understand that there is no time during the month that this is going to feel like network marketing until the last 2 days of the month. The last 2 days of the month is the only time when we're really focused on the business side of this. So I want you all take note as to who's on here. Take note as to who's on this call. We planned it. They know at the end of the month we're going to do a call. Take note. Go through the chat. Go through the chat and see who's on this call. Go through the chat and see who's not on this call. If your name on the screen says iPhone, change your name, rename yourself. Click the 3 dots in your box and rename yourself so that we can see who you are. Now, here's the deal. We're going to explain some things like I know Dr. Dunn should be on here with me. And Dr. Dunn, let me see, I want to make her a co-host as well. We're going to be showing you things like how to move people out the holding tank. Guess what that means you have to do? Move them out the holding tank. No, because we do these trainings and then we ask people, well, why you didn't move the people out your holding tank? You were on the training. This is to show you what to do. And then we get off of here, you have to go do it. You should not have 500 people on your front line. No, that's why we do these trainings. Because if you're not going to apply what we teach you, then this is a waste of our time and effort. So I want everybody to commit right now to doing the work. Is everybody going to say, if you're committed to doing the work, say me in the comments. Say me in the comments, committed, something. I need to see it. So this is our March Madness closeout call. Not a mindset call, not a motivational moment, but working instructional closeout, and we're going to go until we feel the release. So I'm gonna ask you some questions right now that may be a little challenging for you, and I want you to write this. I hope you have your notebook and your pen, and also, if you're on your device on the Zoom, you probably want to get on the Zoom on something different so that you can, or get your tablet or something else so that you can see your back office. You cannot see your back office on your phone. You can, but you can't. So in order to be able to walk through, because here's the thing, even if you don't have anybody to move, you need to go through, and guess what I would be saying? Let me tell y'all something. Candace, I don't know if Candace is on here right now, but Candace drove from Philadelphia to Jacksonville. There are people that live much closer to Jacksonville that didn't take that drive. And not only did she come from Jacksonville, oh, she said she's here. She came with her 2 little babies. Amanda, did you saw what I saw? Chris, with her 2 babies. So she got 2 little babies and she put them in a car. And what's his name? Azar and Marley. AZ and Marley. That's what I'm gonna call him. AZ. All right, astronaut. He wants to be an astronaut. Astro. We can call him Astro. But let me tell you what she did. Before the people came into the room, let me tell you what she did. She walked up and down every aisle and started touching every seat. And she said, this person, and she talked as if the person was sitting in the seat. I'm so glad that you're here tonight. I know that who invited you, girl? So glad you're here. So glad you came. You're not going to believe what you're going to see tonight. Oh, yes, I know you're going to sign with a 14.99. Congratulations on signing on your 14.99 pack. She talked to the seats as if people were in the room. This was an hour before the meeting. See, some of you won't get on the training because you're like, I don't have nobody in my back office. I don't have nobody to move. I don't have nobody. And guess what? I had a guest there. I don't know if she's on here, Donna. Donna been watching me for 8 months. Yeah. I could just close this computer and end the Zoom right now. Donna said, well, Nina, I've been watching you for 8 months. Oh, okay. I should be no more training. Training's done. Training's done. Nina, I've been watching you for 8 months. She came to the meeting. I've been watching you for 8 months. I'm signing up with a $14.99. Candace spoke that into the room. Candace, every person that came to the meeting, what is Melissa? Melissa didn't even make it to the meeting. She made it to the after meeting. She's signing up with a $14.99. Because Candace had the faith to, first of all, drive from Philadelphia. Feel like that every time I think about it, I keep saying this girl drove from Philadelphia to come into the room and then speak. She said, I came to serve. She could have came and said, she said, I came to serve. She made sure she manned the registration table with a spirit that was welcoming and warm and, hey, thank you for coming. And then she walked, before they came in, I'm going to walk up and down every single aisle. So while we're talking about the back office tonight and you don't have anybody in your holding tank, you know what you should be saying? Look at all those people in my holding tank for me to move that came in with a $14.99 pack. You got to speak those things that are not as though they are. Okay. I guess that was too much. Anyway, I guess that was too much. You going through your back office, you don't see nobody there, so you feel like you shouldn't be here. You don't even want to pay attention. But see, the thing is, you got to get ready for leadership. You got to get ready now. This is how you get ready. You don't wait until somebody gets into your back office for you to get ready. You get ready now. You get ready now. You learn now. You get ready for the overflow now. See, we want to say things like, oh, money comes from the north, the south, the east, and the west. No, it'll come from are we ready? Are we ready for the money to come from the north, the south, the east, and the west? Lord, prepare me. See, there's a song that we forgot. Lord, it said, Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary. I'm on fire already. Okay, so I want you to answer these questions before we get started. All right. For you, these are for you. What part, and Stanisha tapped on it today, she didn't even know these was questions that I already had written out for tonight. What part did you personally play in a team win this month? Numbers, not vibes. Numbers. Now, this is a production question. Ruh-roh. Did you only order your smart ship? Did you host vending events? Did you have any videos to contribute to the videos that we post? What did you do? So did you got videos? Did you share them? Did you put them in a Telegram chat? Or were they only for you? So it's okay, you've been using everybody else's videos, but now did you put some back in there for other people to use? Did you add to the energy of what's happening? Y'all see what I'm saying? What part did you play? Did you put customers in the system? Did you let them go to your back office? Did you eat your seed? What part did you play? See, in order for the football team to get the ball across, ladies, you probably don't know because you may not understand football, but I'm gonna help you out. Okay? The quarterback is not the star of the show, even though he's very important. So if you're not active right now, that's a problem. It's March the 29th. If you know you're not active, that means you need to go get active before we get off of this training. Like, you can go do that right now. Your smart should be set up for the beginning of the month. We should not be calling down people. Hey, do you know you're about to hit MD? Oh, but you're not active. It's happening. So the quarterback has to have somebody to throw to. The person that the quarterback has to throw to is called the receiver. Okay. Then some of y'all gonna catch this. The quarterback also is so valuable that he has a whole defensive line that's assigned to protect him. Because they're supposed to keep him from getting what's called sacked. Now, ladies, let me tell you what sacked means. Sacked means that that line got through the defensive line and they got to the quarterback and they knocked him out. The goal is to protect the quarterback and the ball at all times. We got this? But the quarterback has to have somebody to throw to. Now, what happens sometimes is the quarterback calls the play. See, y'all hear 45, 79, 28, hot. And y'all think he just calling out numbers. But he's calling out a play. Let me show you what the play looks like. Post 12 videos a day. Every hour on an hour. Make sure you post the viral videos. Hey, make sure we go to all platforms because Tanisha Graham, she called the audible. She gave the play. The play was, hey, we're going to be, me and her sat down. We need to be posting every hour on hour. Right? We know that this works. Just keep doing it until something shifts in your business, but believe it. And like when you post the videos, yeah, this one's gonna have 100,000 views. This one's gonna have 10,000 views. This one's gonna have 50,000 views. I know this is the one. This is the one. And here's the problem. Too many people, let me calm down because I done got excited. Too many people, let me calm down. I'm sorry. Too many people get a no and then they quit. You do one meeting, 3 people show up, 2 people show up, so you don't do it again. Not understand, Tedra, when I started my business, when Paul and I decided, I decided we was going full time. I decided I was going to be a professional. Paul was just like, all right, I'm going to support you, right? He's smart. He's a smart man. I said, I'm going pro. The very first meeting that we had in Philadelphia had 15 people in it, and there was 15 of us inviting to the meeting. See, it wasn't one person's meeting. I need y'all to hear this. I had no guests that showed up. The first meeting that we had, I remember the black dress I had on, the whole nine. Paige was a baby in our arms. Paul had on a black suit. He looked like a deacon. We were at the network marketing meeting looking like we was ushering in this little room at this hotel. And 15 people showed up. Our sponsors flew in from North Carolina. Well, our sponsors flew in from North Carolina to come host a meeting where 15 people showed up. And I remember when I walked into that room, I said, we won't be able to fit in this room anymore. So we tried it. We did another meeting in that room and couldn't even get in the room. That business blew up. 18 months later, we had earned $500,000. But you know what, Zena? We didn't stop having them meetings. See, y'all have a meeting and don't nobody show up, so you stop. But how will you ever catch fire? How will there ever be a snowball effect if you don't keep going? Because how do you know if you had 2 that showed up to the first one? Let me tell you something. If I was in like an apartment or development or the neighborhood or somewhere, I had a clubhouse, like a room that I could go have an event in for free or maybe like a couple of dollars. Are you kidding me? I'm the one gotta always go looking for a venue. Every time I'm the one gotta come out my pocket. 5, 7, 9, $100, $1,000, $1,100, $2,300, $3,000, $3,300. I'm the one. But there are people on here that have access to a room that you don't even have to pay for, or it costs very little. And you mean to tell me that you're not hosting something there every week? Every week? It's because no bothers you. No bothers you. So What part did you personally play? How many conversations did you start this week? Write it down. These are all close out questions. How many follow-ups did you do this week? Not all month, but this week. Oh, it's about to get good. How many people have you enrolled? How many people sit in your holding tank? How many people? Now I'm going to ask a very real question. If your paycheck depended on your follow-up, oh my goodness, would you be rich or stressed? I want to let that one land. If your paycheck, if your paycheck depended on your follow-up, would you be rich or stressed? Now, some of you are very blessed to have been placed. You came in early, you got placed in positions where there's a lot of things happening for you. Do you even talk to the people that are underneath you? Do you even offer to help? Like, hey, let's do something together. Find out who's in your area. Let's do something together. Hey, want to do a Zoom with your couple of people? Hey, we could talk about why we love Super Patch. You don't need me. Let me tell people. Let me tell you something. People keep saying, well, when you're going to come to this place, and when you're going to come to that place, and when you're going to go. And my question is, when are you going to do some parties in your area? Before you get a Nina and a Tanisha to come to an event, how many parties did you do in the area? Before anybody came to Atlanta, how many? I think I had already had like 25 parties in a state that I'm not from Atlanta. Every event, I'm saying, well, Lord, do it. Lord, do it. And every event we have in Atlanta ends up being too small. Every venue ends up being too small. So if your paycheck depended on your follow-up, would you be rich or stressed? Who did you avoid messaging because you didn't want to feel like you're being pushy? Who did you avoid? I want you to write down, where is your structure weak right now? What leg of business, when you look at your business, if you've got a few legs of business, what structure is the weakest link? Go from the weakest to the strongest. You have to know these questions. Well, how do you know that? Well, Dr. Dunn and I are going to show you that. In just a minute, she's going to come up here and she's going to pull up the graphical chart and she's going to show you the different names and how you can look at that and how you can look at the different volumes and things like that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about where I'm getting ready to tell you where this volume comes from. All right. What's your closeout target for the next 48 hours? And I need a number. I don't want to, oh, well, I just want to close out strong. That is not a strategy. I'm just going to close out strong. No. I just want to make a lot of money. That is not a goal. What's your closeout strategy for the next 48 hours? Who can you go help? Oh, because you're back at your rank, you good. Oh, it's done for you. Because no, just because you're back at your rank doesn't mean the team is done. So who can you go help? Who else in your structure is not back at their rank? Okay, hey, let's push some calls all day long. Let's make sure you're inviting for the call tomorrow night. You know they're going to have some strong testimonies. Who can you talk to? Who can you revive? Who can you help resuscitate? Who is alive in those legs of business that you can talk to? If we audited your activity, would it match what you say you want? Does your activity match what you say you want? See, I hear a lot of people say things like, I want to earn $10,000 a month, but you don't have $10,000 a month behavior, mindset. Because people that want to earn $10,000 a month, they not asking us stuff like, well, what patch is for? Well, what's the link again? And no, we go in the boards app. The boards app. That's the boards app. That's like your lifeline to the business. So I want you to, what's one decision you've been delaying that you must make tonight? What's one decision? You've been delaying it. You've been holding back. Maybe it's, I know I need to get that Flex 40. I know I need to stop playing and make sure I have this smart chip set on the first of the month. It's all a write-off on you anyway. It's all a write-off. All of it. All of it. I know I need to go. I know I need to set up some parties. I know I need to invite a couple of people to the house. And this is what you do. Let me help you out. Hey, can you come to my patch party? I really need you to come to my patch party. No, no, no. That is not how you invite them. Hey, listen, I know you know that that I started a new company, or I started a new business. I have to record videos because my mentor is challenging me to have 10 new videos of stability tests. So I'm going to host a little gathering. I'm going to host a little party at my house. And I just need you to come through between 5 and 6:30 or 5 and 7 or whatever. Because don't get hung up on the hours. Y'all hear what I'm saying, okay? I need you to come through these particular hours because I cannot end this week without my 10 videos. Or I cannot end this month without my 25 tests. I have to do 25 for the month. Or I got to do 30. How many days is it in April? 30 days? April's 30 days, right? I got to do 30 because April has 30 days in it. I need 30 tests for the month of April. And so I'm going to be doing these. So don't tell them you got another one coming up. After they don't show up, you can say, hey, Belinda, I know that you told me you were coming and you couldn't show up, and I'm certain that something came up. So I'm doing it again next week. I'm doing it again this Sunday. I'm doing it again this, okay? We got that? What's going to be very important for April also is that you go and find things to vend at, especially for those of you who don't work. Go find some vending events during the week. Don't wait till Saturday. There are vending events during the week. I've done several of them. I've done some on a Tuesday. I've done some on a Friday. I've done some on a Wednesday, a Thursday. Don't just wait for, and here's the thing. Let me tell y'all something. You know, when you say, I hear this all the time, Dr. Bramwell, I mean, it was only 25 people there. Let me tell you something. I make more money off the smaller crowds than I do off the bigger crowds sometimes. Now, the bigger crowds, you will not be able to handle that by yourself because it gets very overwhelming. Once you do one stability test, they coming. They are coming. And I'm going to tell you all something. It doesn't matter if no one shows up at the events. The vendors will come. And if you do a stability test on one vendor, you will make money from every vendor in the room. While no one else is making money, you will make money. I promise you. For all of you that vend, am I telling the truth or not? Am I telling the truth or not? So it doesn't matter whether there's a lot of people there or not. You won't leave that event with less than $300, $400, $500. I promise you. Because they're going to be like, now, wait a minute. Hold on. Now, which ones I need? Which ones do I need? That's what's going to happen. So you will make over, I'm telling you, 300 is the smallest amount I've ever made. I mean, the smallest. And I could do that in less than an hour. Every single time. So when you're looking at these events, you don't see, listen, when we had other products, we had to make sure, Tedra, that the event was going to be, how many people going to be there? Is it at least 100 people going to be there? Because we knew if it wasn't at least 100 people going to be there, we weren't going to make any money. So what I would encourage you all to do, I went through and I found a ton of vending groups in the area. And I see them come up. I know I'm traveling oftentimes. I send them to Nichelle. I send them to Tedra. I send them to whoever I know is in Georgia. Go do this. You may want to go do that. You may want to go do this. It is so important that we get out. Go find vending events to do during the week. I'm telling you. Now, let me throw this one in there while I'm talking about vending events. You want to be very, very, very careful to not have everything on your table flat. That is a no-no. That is a no-no. So let me help you. Let me help you. Don't buy plastic tablecloths. Go to, if you can, listen, you don't have to get one customized right now. Don't worry about that. But you do need a black cloth tablecloth because it looks better on the table. I'm trying to help you. Don't pull up with plastic tablecloths on your table. That will make you look like a rookie. Amazon, you'll spend, I think it's like $12, right? Like 12, 13, maybe $14 for a material. It's 2 for 15. You can get the ones that are fitted that will go hook to your feet, the feet of your table, or you can get the ones, make sure it covers the entire table. All right, your 6-foot table. Let me share this with you. Spandex, right? Don't have everything flat on your table. That is not appealing. So you want to elevate some things. Let me help you out. Cake stands, right? Cupcake tiers, or the boxes from Amazon. You wrap them in gift paper, gift wrap, or aluminum foil because they look just as good. And you use them as props to tier your things on your table. It gives elevation and height. It is more appealing. People come to your table. You also want to have something green on your table. Get a fake plant. And you want to have something green on your table because we don't need a lot of things on our table. You want to print out what each patch does. I get foam boards made at Staples and they put the easel on the back. So you can prop it up so you won't need picture stands. You won't need those easel stands. But you can get Staples to put the foam board easel stands on the back of the foam board. And all I did was use the graphics that we have in the boards app, email them at Staples when you're at Staples, and then tell them what size I want. That's it, okay? You need one table. You don't need two, you need one. I even purchased a very small trash can to sit on my table because I can't stand all of them pieces of the back of the patches sitting on the table. So I have a little tiny little trash can that sits on the back of my table. All right, those are just ideas for you. You want to make sure we have a list, that we have a sheet that we call Let's Stay in Touch. Maybe somebody can drop that into the chat while we're on here. And it's 2 of them on an 8x10. We cut it down the middle and we take people's information. They have to fill that out to get a free stability test. What size are my big foam ones? Some of them are 18x20 and some of them are the next size up. But you want them big. Let me tell you what draws people to your table. Free. You want a 36x24 is the big poster size. If you get a sign made that says free at the top, stability test at the bottom. I'm telling you, when people see the word free from far away, I also made that graphic that says, and maybe somebody could drop it in the chat, the one that says thousands of doctors are recommending, and then it has some information about the patches at the bottom. All right? That I got that blown up as well. Because that one, people come and immediately look at that sign. They stop for that. Doctors are recommending this? Yes, they are. All right, so that's enough about bending. All right, so where we going? All right, so now let me talk a little bit about volume. Everybody ready? I'm gonna talk about volume. I'm gonna pull Dr. Dunn up, and she's gonna go over some things. We're gonna talk about volume. We're gonna talk about ranks. All right. Yes, you all, and also, Beth, here's another, while it's in my brain, y'all, I'm sorry, I can't let this one go. While you're vending, when you fill out those Let's Stay in Touch sheets, just ask for their name, their phone number, email, their social media, and it asks a bunch of questions like, are you tired? Do you know something you do? Do you want to, are you sleeping well? It has just all the questions, all right? How would you like to be contacted? Has all those things. So you can even say that you're doing a raffle. I'm doing a raffle, and you're going to choose someone to give something away to. All right? Listen to this. To everyone else that they don't win, when you follow up with them within your first 24 to 48 hours, because that's most important, because nobody eats cold French fries. So if you don't follow up with them in your first 24 to 48 hours, they won't know who you are. They won't remember that they met you at an event. I've had people call me a year and a half after, and I'm like, what? What event? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't remember that. Oh, you bought such and such. I don't remember that. You should have called me a year and a half ago. All right. So if you don't do it within 24 to 48 hours, people won't even remember what event they met you at or what booth, especially if there were a lot of vendors. Here's what you do. Hey, Bev. Bev, I just wanted to let you know this is Nina Moore. I met you yesterday at the vending event. Remember, I had the super patch. And I made you stronger in an instant. Well, I'm sorry. I just wanted to let you know that you did not win my giveaway. However, you are a winner. And what I wanted to offer you today is 30% off of your order. So if you would like to place an order, I can offer you 30% off. Normally they're $99 plus tax, shipping, and handling, but you can actually get yours today for just $69. Since you didn't win, you're a winner anyway. I wanted to offer you 30% off just for using my link. Would you like me to put that order in for you? Y'all got it? But you got to follow up. You got to follow up. You got to follow up. Everybody got that? So the people that don't win, the Let's Stay in Touch form is about this big. All right? We print them out. We have pins so that no one has to say they don't have a pen. We keep pins on the table and we have them fill it out. I'm picking a winner. So you may want to put a sign that you've got a free gift, like you got a giveaway. All you got to do is fill this out. All you got to do is fill this out. And I'm giving away a 7-day sample pack. I'm giving away, yeah, it doesn't have to be a lot. I'm giving away a 7-day sample pack. So there is the lead form right there. You want to make sure you collect your leads, because what's more important than sales at an event are leads. Okay? Does everybody understand that? I know that we didn't have a lot of time to talk at the event. Hey, I have a call. I have a Zoom on Monday night where we actually have a doctor who gets on the line, and she'll be able to explain a little bit more about each one of our super patches. Would you like me to invite you to that Zoom? See, y'all are trying to invite people. Hey, you want to become a business partner? You want to become a business partner? You want to become a business partner? No, no. I want to help you understand more about Super Patch. We have a call at 8 p.m. We actually get on at 7:45 because we kind of have a little party in the beginning, right? So our DJ gets on, but we start promptly at 8 o'clock. And so that you can get more information and possibly even get some of your questions that you might have answered, we have experts that'll be on the line. See, that's the problem. You want to be the expert. Remove yourself from it. We have experts that are on the line, and we even have doctors who get on to help you to understand more about Super Patch. Would you like to listen in? No pressure. Just listen. Do you see how that sounded? Where now I'm like, it sounds really inviting. Everybody got that? That is the way you follow up. Now I need you to join my team. Hey, I know you want to join, right? Well, get on so we can talk about this $14.99 pack. No, you didn't make that about that person. You have to make this about the person and what they might need. I know that it was loud at the event because at events, what happens, Stacy Anderson, they play music. And so at the events, most time you're screaming, hey, yes, the Liberty Patch. That's the Liberty Patch. And we trying to scream over the music and they don't know what we're saying. So now, hey, I want to give you an intimate moment to get on and you'll be able to listen out the comfort of your own home. And you'll get more information. Would you like the Zoom? Would you like the ID number? You know what? I will even send you a 3-day sample. I'll send you a 3-day sample of my Zen. I know one of the patches. Remember the Let's Stay in Touch form, you wrote down some of what their needs were. So you know what they need. Hey, if you are my guest on tonight's Zoom or on tomorrow night's Zoom, if you are my guest, I would love to send you a 3-day sample of that rent of the, you said you couldn't sleep. I would love to send you a 3-day sample of my REM because I see that you have trouble sleeping. Does this make sense? If this is making sense, type a 1, put a 1 in the comments. That's how you follow up. That's how you get more people to join you on the calls. You don't make it about joining and the flex 40 and the blah, 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 blah. No, no, no. So you got to commit to make it. And guess what? I'm going to tell you this. A lot of people are busy. If you make it all about them, but guess what works too, y'all? A voice memo. Act like you're going to send a text, and instead of typing the text, hey, Beth, this is Nina Moore. I met you yesterday at the, and leave them a voice memo. I just wanted to know, how you're making out after putting on the Liberty or whatever patch they had. You know what they had because you have their Let's Stay in Touch form. And I wanted to know, I know it was loud at the event and you had some questions. I'd love to invite you to a more informative Zoom tonight at 8 o'clock. We actually get on the line at 7:45 because the line gets super packed. One of our doctors or some of our doctors, because you don't know which one it's going to be, some of our doctors are on the line, live testimonies, and the expert that's going to tell you all about Super Patch and how they work. Would you like to be one of my guests? Just comment yes. Tell me yes. You don't have to call me back, but if you would like to be my guest, just say yes, and I'll send you the link. Y'all see how I did that? So now, listen to this. If you make one voice memo without saying the person's name, you can just forward the voice memo over and over and over again. So what you do is, hey, Chris, in the text message, and then forward the voice memo. Y'all got that? I'm trying to make this easier for you. So we can follow up, make one voice memo, just make one. Don't say anyone's name. What? I know I'm brilliant, aren't I? Don't say anybody's name. Paul is looking at me like, this girl, right? And you can type their name in like, hey, Tedra, and then send the voice memo. You got it? And you can send it over and over and over again. Don't play with me, okay? We got to work smarter, not harder. All right? So you're going to, what do you want me to repeat? Somebody says repeat, please. Daryl, what you want me to repeat? What part? Just let me know what part you want me to repeat. The invite. Oh, so, hey, Daryl. So remember, you're writing, hey, Daryl. So, or you're right, whatever the person's name is going to be. So I'm going to write, hey, Daryl. This is Nina Moore. We met yesterday at my event and I put the Liberty Patch on you. I was just trying to follow up to see how you're feeling today. And I know that you had some other questions and it was super loud at the event. Because we know it was. It was either super loud at the event or it was super busy. Because here's the other reality, Tedra, is that it gets so busy sometimes, as much as we want to talk to people, we're rushing to get to the next person. Because what happens is once you start patching, guess what happens? Here they come. I mean, they just start coming from everywhere, and now you might be feeling overwhelmed. The stay in touch sheet is right there. They just put it in the chat. All right, so Daryl, once you say, we met yet, it was loud or I was super busy and I don't feel like I was able to answer all of your questions. So tonight, I would love to invite you. I have an information Zoom. I have an information Zoom where you can listen in. There's no pressure. You can listen in. We even have one of our doctors that will be giving some information, live testimonies, and an expert to tell you all about Super Patch. Would you like to listen in? That's it. Everybody got that? I mean, I'm telling you that it's like the super simple invite. And let them respond. And if they, and just say yes. So you want to say to them, just say yes if you want the link. Just say yes if you want the link. Make sure that's at the end of your voice memo. So here's what you can also do. You can go to Chat GPT. Tell Chat GPT that you need a voice memo to send out as a follow-up from your vending events and an invite. And then they'll make you like a little 60-second script, and that way you can print it out, read it, record it, and you have one recording that you're going to continue to send over and over and over again. And you can record it in your voice memos on your phone. That way you can label it as follow-up invite voice memo. Like you can label it if you record it in your memos on your phone. This makes sense? Everybody got that? Does it make sense? Yes? All right, so where does this volume come from? What is volume and where does it come from? How do we get this volume when we're looking at ranks and things like that? I'm going to bring up Dr. Dunn with me, and we are just going to pull up those rank charts, and we're going to talk about the ranks and where this volume comes from. I'm going to add your pen with me, Dr. Dunn. What's up, girlfriend?
Hello, hello, hello. And Mrs.
Hello,
Moore, really
hello.
quickly, the leads form that I had put in there, Miss Elisa George, because we had that big event coming up, she kind of restructured the form. I love it.
Okay.
Like it's so nice. So the front is the same, but she put
Perfect.
something that you could print it on the back. You can mark what you patched the person with,
Yes.
you know, if they did the balance test or not. And that way, when you follow up, you can make it personal to what they got or what
Hold
they
on, I'm
did.
saving it to my desktop right now. Give me 1 second. Save it to my desktop. Let me put it in my, where's my desktop? This computer is acting real crazy today. Save. All right. Okay. So I just did that. But why can't it? There we go. So she changed it a little bit. You said on the back? Oh, I
So
see
she
it.
did
On
a
the
separate
next.
sheet, but you could print it front and
Oh, put
back.
it front and back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got it. I see it. So front and back. I got it. What you patched them with and notes. We really could have just took out the bottom of this and put that, you know what I mean? We could have taken out the bottom and just put that on one sheet, but that's fine. It can be front and back. That's good. That's very good. Thank you. Okay, so it's an updated, and it's crazy because we've been updating this same form, y'all, since I started that in 2015. The same form just keeps getting upgraded, updated. So, let's talk a little bit about ranks and volume. And if you're not really understanding where ranks and where the volume comes from, we're going to walk you through that so that you have a better understanding of that now. All of the rank sheets are in the boards app. The rank sheets are in the boards app. And the very first rank, and I want you all to write this down in your notes. The very first rank is senior associate. What do they need for senior associate, Dr. Don?
So we need, first of all, for your account to be active. That's number one. Then we want to find, for structure wise, 2 people for them to be active. So they can get 2 packs of patches. They can get the buy 3, get 1 free with the super smart ship. But collectively together, you're going to get 540 volume points for the month. So right now, all you need is 540 volume points for the rank itself. However, as a team, we really want to make sure you're still focusing on structure. So you want to get your structure in place at the same time. Okay, but 540 volume points together is really all you need to do. So if everyone did a super smart ship, that's 207 volume points. That's done. You and +2.
Now, let me explain where the volume comes from. The volume comes from our smart ship orders, our customers going to our website, and it also comes with any order that we might log into our account and order. So this is the structure for senior associate, which is the structure U+2. All right, does everybody see that? U+2. We do realize that our CEO has so generously said that you can hit this rank without the structure. However, we would strongly suggest that you, if you're looking to build ranks, what's going to happen is if you, where's the boards app? Dina, your sponsor really should have given it to you, but if they didn't, I'm certain that somebody will drop the boards app link in here, okay? The boards app is like your chat GPT for the team, all right, for your business. So this structure is no longer necessary. However, it is necessary. And let me tell you why. If you don't structure yourself properly as you're growing your business, what will happen is you'll get stuck. You'll get stuck right around director. You'll get stuck. Because even to go MD, even though the structure, you don't have to have the full structure, you do have to have a director underneath you. So yes, you can make senior associate every month by having 540 volume points in sales. However, your pay will not be as much as it would be if you had the structure. Does everybody understand that? I want we got to make sure everybody understands it. I want to make sure everybody understands it. Okay. So yes, you will come in at a $9.25 pack. Or if you enroll at a $14.99 pack, yes, you are considered a senior associate. Why? Because your volume is higher than 540. However, your pay won't look like and it won't look the same, meaning you'll get paid something, but you'll get paid more when you have the structure of 2 people underneath you and their volume. You understand? I'm not talking about just 2 people that join under you with $40 membership. No, they're not active. If you join at a $40 pack, you are not active. You must order a pack to be an active account. Does everybody understand that? We want to make sure everybody understands that. So we shouldn't even lead with just come in with $40. I don't even tell anybody about the $40. They go in and they go and look at themselves and then they choose, or people that just randomly go to the link. Because I don't understand. You don't have any product. So what are you going to do? Right? And they can't expect to even be, you're not active. So there's nothing to talk about. There's no conversation to have because you're not even active. You have no skin in the game. All right? This rank right here, if built properly, U+2. Everybody write that in the comments. Me +2. Me +2. Me +2. And they just need to purchase 2 packs of patches a month or more. Now, that will still not give you 540 volume. Now, that's why we like buying 4 packs of patches. Because if you buy 4 packs of patches, you only pay for 3. It's called a super smart ship. Right. So you get 4 packs of patches. You only pay for 3. And we like that because you get more volume. What's the volume on that, Dr. Dunn?
207.
So if the three of you are doing that, you are a senior associate by structure and volume. Does everybody understand that? We want to make sure that everybody understands. Everybody got it. 2 packs of patches each does not get you the senior associate. But I don't know why anyone would not tell their new reps, hey, if you buy 3, you'll get 1 free. It's called a super smart chip. You can only do 1 order of that per month, but you can get 4 packs of patches and only pay for 3. We get 207 volume even though we're not paying for all 4 packs of patches, which is crazy. So just 3 people on that smart chip puts you at senior associate every single month. So if you come in at $40 and someone buys from your site, you don't get paid. No, that is correct. You're not active. You have a membership, and that is all. That is why it's important to go in there and buy a pack or at least get some patches, 2 packs of patches. Now, here's the thing. The reason why we don't talk about joining at $40, you all, and just join at $40. You could just join at $40 and be a member. I don't talk about that. You know why? In order for a person to have access to all of the bonuses, hat trick, all-star, driver. Well, driver they'll get as long as they're active, right? The only way they'll get access to those bonuses is to come in at a flex 10 or higher. And even though the flex 10 is technically under the volume that you would need to qualify for the bonuses, our CEO is being very gracious and giving you access to the bonuses that you can earn in your first 30 and 60 days of the business, which may not seem significant to you when you're earning big money. But guess what? When you're just getting started, those little $200 here, $400 here, not little. Let me rephrase that. That 200, 400, that is significant because you're just getting started. All right, you guys? So I like to tell people when they join, the requirement is 2 packs of patches. And I'm not going to lie to you. I tell them this, Dr. Dunn. I'm not going to lie. The requirement is only 2 packs of patches. But there's a better benefit. And that is that you can get 4, but only pay for 3. So if you buy 3, you technically can get 1 free. As an associate only. That is an associate benefit. That is not a customer benefit. There are benefits to being an associate, and that is one of them. All right, so that is what I tell all of my new people who enroll when we actually have a conversation. A lot of them just go to the website. But if I have a conversation with a person, you're only required to do 2 packs. I said it because I'm going to be honest with you. This is the company's requirement, but that's not the wisest way to do it. I'll say because you, and listen, you know why? Think about how many patches you just used on them. So, you know, we used these 5 patches on you tonight at your party. We used these 5 patches. Well, at least you'll get 4 of those for the price of 3 if you set your super smart chip up. Everybody got that? So there's a way, and let me tell y'all something. Posture is everything. Posture is everything. So if you're scared to talk to them about the fact that they should have patches on smart chip, that's the problem. You're scared to talk to them. So you can either get the 2 to keep your account active, because here's the thing. You know, with this social media training that we're doing and how Stanisha and Nina are teaching us to post every hour on the hour, if someone was to just go to your website because you're actually doing the work, and if somebody just randomly went to your website as a customer, you wouldn't even get paid. You're not active. You want to position yourself to make sure that you're always getting paid. 2 packs of patches. But the better purchase is 4. Everybody see how we just did that, right? So if you're not active tonight, meaning anyone on this call that's not active, go on and place your order. And if you want the 4, you cannot edit your auto ship. You have to go and actually make and create a new SmartShip account. I mean, a new SmartShip profile. And add 4 to the cart. And at checkout, it will automatically deduct the 4th pack of patches. You cannot wait for it to be added. You have to add all 4 to the cart. All right, Dr. Dunn, walk them through team leader and then director, please.
All right, so we've got team lead is next. So again, it's 3,000 volume total between you and your organization will get you to team lead. However, this is the structure for team lead. You need to create 2 senior associates. So it's you plus the 2, and then you help them get there too. All right, so everybody is active, came in on enrollment pack, or did their super SmartShip, and then collectively, as you get customers, put in new orders, get enrollments, you're going to get 3,000 in volume, and then you'll be a team lead. If you do this within 3 months of you enrolling, you're going to earn an extra $100 rank advancement bonus. So we want to get in and get moving so that you can get all your bonuses. All right. So this is team leads. Together you get 3,000 in volume. And guys, if you come in on the Flex 40, $14.99, you get one more person on the Flex 40, that's done. Right? So it really doesn't take anything to get the volume, but we do want to focus on the structure as well within that month. Okay. So that's team lead. Let's see. Director. We just keep moving up. Director is going to be a total of 11,000 in volume. And with director, we still technically don't need the structure to rank up, but this is the structure for director. So we're creating 2 team leads. Okay, so you became a team lead before. Now you want to help produce 2 team leads underneath you. And collectively, once you get to 11,000 in volume, then you are director. And within 5 months of you enrolling, you will get an extra $150 rank advancement bonus once you hit this rank. Okay. So again, all your customers, all your enrollments, every order that you put in, all counts for your rank. All right. And the people that are underneath you, all of that volume counts. So you can get 11,000 in volume. You will be director. Okay. Does everybody get that?
Now, what's important is for people to look at this structure. All right, because how many of you have people in your holding tank, meaning that you've enrolled people for the month? How many people say me in the comments? Okay, so when we're looking at where we're going to place our people, it is very important to understand that we want you focused on 3 legs of business. I'm going to explain it. Go to the next chart, Dr. Doug. All right, I want everybody to look at this chart. Managing director, you see where, and all of you should actually draw a piece of paper, like take a piece of paper. If you didn't print out the chart from the back office, draw a piece of paper and put you in the middle, at the top of the page, or turn the paper landscape and put a circle and draw you, and then draw 3 lines and draw 3 boxes or circles. And what you want to do is you want to see that that is the structure that you're trying to create. So if you're new to the business, or if you've been here for a while and you have 3 legs of business, this is showing the managing director. We wanted you to see this not because it's managing director, but because it shows the 3 legs of business. When we say legs of business, that just means you enrolled Susan, Bobby, and Keisha. So you have 3 business partners, Susan, Bobby, Keisha. Does everybody understand that? Does everybody understand that? 3 legs of business just means you've got 3 business partners, and we're going to form a leg of business under these 3 business partners. I want everybody to understand what we say. So when we say a leg, well, what leg of business is your strongest leg of business? That's what this means. And we're even going to show you how you can find this in the back office because we like to look at it in this chart form. Okay? We like to look at it in this chart form. So when you're looking at this, I'm on YouTube with this. I'm going to give everybody the link when we're done. Okay? So when you look at this chart, leg 1, leg 2, leg 3, if you have somebody in your holding tank and you only have 2 legs of business and you have 1 person in your holding tank, we're not going to do anything with that person. We're going to leave them in the holding tank and they're going to end up falling front line to you. Does everybody understand what I just said? Because if you already have 2 people enrolled and you have 1 person sitting in the holding tank, there is nothing to do. We're going to leave them there. They're going to automatically sit on your front line. So then you will have your 3rd leg of business. Everybody understand that? Now, if you have 3 legs of business already and you have 1 person sitting in your holding tank, there are 2 things that we can do, and this is what we want to talk through now, strategy. Let's just say you've got 3 legs of business, but 1 of them have already quit, which does happen. We don't want to put the person, and we don't want to put anybody underneath someone. We're going to show you, Artis, in just 1 second. Let me get there. Let me do this first. I'm talking about strategy. If a person has already quit on you and you've got 1 person sitting in a holding tank, leave them there. Start a new leg. Start a new leg of business. But, however, let's just say you have 3 legs of business and 1 of them, maybe the top person quit, but they have people in the leg underneath that are working. Then you can then look to the person that are underneath and the person that you have in your holding tank, you can then look at their structure and say, well, how many legs of business does that person have? And then you can say, well, let me go and help Brenda. Brenda is working. And although the 2 people above Brenda aren't doing anything, the leg is alive because Brenda is working in it. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to leave Brenda by herself and then go start a new leg of business. And now you're trying to support Brenda and your new leg of business. Does everybody understand that? So let me see. I don't think I can draw on that because I am not the one sharing it on my screen. Hold on. So we got 1 person that says that they don't. Okay, Mama Nisi. Mama Nisi, do you see where this says, in order to be a managing director, I want you to envision yourself, you, in this top box. And then you have a team leader leg, a director leg, and a director leg. Okay? Now, does everybody see the director leg that is, Tam, can you see me drawing a circle like with my mouse around it? You can't, right? You don't see me doing, okay.
No.
Everybody see the director leg on the right-hand side of the screen that's in red. It's the red box that has a D in it.
Do I push annotate just to draw a circle?
Yes,
Or
push annotate because you can do it because you have your screen up. And then draw a circle around that red one on the right-hand side of the page. All right. So if Sally is in the right, if that's Sally in that box right there, and Sally quits, but Brenda is, draw an X in the team leader box. Yeah, draw X. That's, put a B. Yeah, that's fine. It's hard to draw with that. So just put an X. That's Brenda. Does everybody see that that's Brenda? The X is Brenda. Does everybody see that? So maybe Sally quit, who's in the D box. Sally quit, but Brenda is working. So if you have someone in your holding tank, you can then say, well, I'll go help Brenda. And what you'll do is, we'll show you the holding tank in a minute. It's so simple, but you need to know who you enrolled, who you're working with, right? And we're only going to we only need to go up to the managing director chart. We don't need to go up to the VP chart. We can stay right here. Miss Mama needs to say, I got it. Right. So you just need to know that, yes, that leg, Sally is gone. Sally is no longer active. Everybody in that leg will compress up in pay. So even if Sally is gone, as a matter of fact, we don't even want Sally. Don't run your order. That's fine, Sally. Don't run it. See, because the moment Sally gets active, she ain't been working, but she gonna get paid for what's happening up underneath her. So we want Sally to go away. Go. Don't come. It's fine. Unless you need it for structure, right? That's fine, Sally. Sally doesn't have to. You don't want to get active? No problem. Brenda will kind of take over that leg. She doesn't physically move. She won't move. We can't move anybody. It doesn't physically move. But when it calculates for the month, she will be considered your next leg, that next level. We can't physically move anybody. Can't take anybody out of structure. All right, that's why it's very important that you're listening and learning while we're doing this so that you'll understand why we move people, where we should move them. And the only time it is really crucial, it is when you're trying to make sure you structure yourself properly for the rank. Does everybody understand that? These movements are to make sure you properly structure yourself for the rank. Because your money is different when you're structured correctly. Everybody got that? So let's go back one to the team leader, because managing director comes. Yes, she can be your director. So wait, stay there, Dr. Dunn. Stay here on director. Stay here. Listen to this, y'all. If you needed a team leader in the leg, does that mean that everyone under Sally are now under Mama T? Basically, yes. Basically, yes. All right. So check this out, Roslyn. Check this out. Let's just say I'm going director, and we know that we only need volume for director, but because we are interested in making sure we have the structure. Listen to me. And you had a team leader right there, and Sally, who circled, Sally disappeared. Sally disappeared. She not active. But if Brenda with the X goes team leader, that's fine because it's still in that leg of business. So it doesn't just have to be Sally. It can come from anywhere in the leg. If a team leader comes out of that leg of business, that will count as the team leader that you need for that leg. Does everybody understand that? It doesn't have to be your personally enrolled. It doesn't even have to be the person on the front line. If it comes from anywhere in that leg, if you needed a VP to go to the next rank, if you needed a director to go to the next rank, and it doesn't come from your first person on the first line, as long as it comes from somewhere in that leg, it will count for your rank. Does everybody understand that? You need to go MD, you just need a director to fall out of that leg somewhere. You got it? Oh, Brenda becomes the team leader and can become, yes. Then Brenda is now the team leader for that leg, and she can become the director. It certainly doesn't matter as long as somebody in that leg goes to the rank that you need for you to go up. So in order for you to go MD at 33,000 volume, you need someone to go director. The person will only get paid if they are active. If they are not active, they won't get paid. Everybody got that? So that's what I'm saying. Fine. Don't get active. No worries. Because then it compresses up to you. It compresses up. Everybody got that? So your percentage might be greater if it compresses up or when it compresses up. We want to make sure active meaning they have 2 on Smart. Yes. Active meaning that they have 2 packs or more ordered for the month. Whether they ordered them on SmartShip or whether they ordered them. They have to have 2 packs of patches ordered per month. Does everybody understand this? All right, I don't want to talk about customers right now. Right now, we're talking about structure. You're going to get people confused. Let's stay right here for a moment, okay? We gotta stay where we're at. All right, everybody's understanding this. Okay, now that you know the structure, which is why it's important for you to understand if I'm looking at going team leader, which let's go back one, because we don't want to overwhelm people. If you're not thinking about going director right now, we don't want to overwhelm you. We want to go back to team lead. This is 3,000 volume. All right, this is 3,000 volume. So when you're looking at this is 3,000 volume. What you need to do now is we know that you technically don't need structure. You don't need with 2 packs. Let me get a third free. No, now, Nick, I'm gonna get you, Nick. I'm gonna get you, Nick. What did I say? I said it's 3, get 1 free. We don't have a 2, get 1. We only have, I would have told you it was 2, get 1, but it is 3. I'm gonna get you, Nick. Okay. But no, that's probably a good, no, listen, we laughing, but somebody else might have thought it too. No, it is buy 2 packs of patches or buy 3, get 1 free. We got it? So when you're looking at this team leader chart right here, 3,000 volume, and that's why, listen, if you go team leader because you came in at $14.99 and then you brought another person in at $14.99, which basically is going to put you right at about team leader, right? The following month, you're not team leader if you don't order another $14.99 and they don't order another $14.99, which is why it's important for you to continue to recruit. And that's when it comes into your customers going to the website and your team growing. That's how you continue to keep the rank. We got to make sure we understand this. It is not your sponsor's job to grow your business for you. A lot of times we give you a running start to help you. We don't even have to do that, but we do because of the structure of the business. It benefits both of us. But after we get you started, it is your responsibility to remain active every month, recruit, and build the business to sustain the income. Everybody got that? Do you notice that Nina still recruits? You would probably be like, well, why she got to recruit? Because why she got to get customers? Because people quit. Because people quit. Because people quit. People don't really all see the value of what we have. They don't see that this is a gift. They don't see it. Or they get mad at something you posted and they think you was talking about them. They get mad because they think you're supposed to build their business. And now so let's just say you help somebody go team leader or you help them go director. And then they earned a certain amount of money that they didn't really qualify for it because it's all the people you put there. Then they get mad because they think that that's going to keep happening. That's why you got to be very, very careful who you bless with, who you bless. Because then they seem to think that it's your job to build their business. And then they get mad when it doesn't happen. And then they stop. They won't run their ownership thinking that it hurts you. But now all of you know when they don't run their SmartShip, it doesn't hurt you. It only hurts them. Because everything that happens underneath compresses up. And you really do have some people that wait and see if you're gonna do something under them, and then I'll decide at the last day, they'll decide the last day to get, and God will never bless that. And I want you to know, if that's the way you think right now, God will never bless you in your business like that. That is not how we build the business. That's not even, we can't even call ourselves a man or a woman of God, and because the Bible says that a man that don't work, don't eat. That's what the Bible says. Exactly, Beth. Believe it or not, people do it. People do it. It happens all the time, Beth. And just because you got blood, that is not, so you're going to curse your business now, get mad, and I watch it happen all the time. So people quit. So why do I continue to recruit? Because people quit. Not just that, not just do people quit, but because I see the vision. And I said that I am part of the Patch 1 Million mission. Because I am a part of the Patch 1 Million mission, I am going to continue to recruit. We haven't hit 1 million yet. We haven't hit 1 million yet. And you got to keep recruiting, because here's the thing. As you're recruiting, the people that you believe most of the time are going to be your hitters typically end up not being your hitters. And then the people that you least expected, they will be the ones that'll come up and they'll be quietly doing the work. For instance, April went director all on her own. She ain't said a word to me. She just working. She's just working, because most people that are just out there working, like Bernice had some questions in the beginning, and after that, that was it, because she came in moving fast. But after that, Bernice don't know. She says, I just do what you see. She said, I do what I see. And if you just, this is the only time I've been in business where it's truly been a just follow the leader. Do what you see us do. And if you're wondering, well, what's going on in my business? You're not doing what you see us doing. You're not. Stanisha said it today on training. There's not a month that it's gone by that I've not had an event. There's not a month that's gone by that I don't invite these perfect strangers to come to our home to get it. And I just pray the whole time, like, Lord, let's just make sure this ain't an axe murderer. Seriously, I'm just praying. There is not, because I'm saying, Lord, if I trust you, then I got to trust you. And so there's not a time. I'm thinking now, like, okay, we need to have something and because this has been a super busy month. All right, we need to have something else in Atlanta in April. When we going to have something? I've already started talking about dates. But we got to get to the point where all of us are doing that. All of us should be having 2 or 3 people at our homes. All of us should be getting a room at the library, going to the Golden Corral, going to me and Stanisha don't have to come. We don't have to come. We all need to be out doing this so that we're all spreading the word. All of us. I mean, people literally have the nerve, y'all, to say things like, when you going to come to my city? Customers, so you can patch me. I'm not. You're going to buy this pack. And now what I will do, and this is what we should start to offer, I was going to say this to everybody, I don't know who's already doing it, but let's offer, we don't need a sponsor here. It's not one of them kind of deals. We're teaching you what to do at the end of the month. We're teaching everybody at the same time. So what? So what your sponsor quit? So what? So what? So what? If you have someone running quicker than me, should you put people under her? You're the same rank. If you're the same rank, she's not running quicker than you. If she was running quicker than you, she would be a team leader and you would be a senior associate, or she would be a director and y'all both senior associates. She's not running faster than you. She might be enrolled wanting to move faster than you, and she might have the potential. So no, I would not put anybody under her, not right now. I would offer her tons of support. But if she's going to move faster than you, that's going to be your strongest leg of business, then you got to focus on something else. I want you all to do this. Don't look at expensive places to have your events at. If you don't want to invite them to your home, go on Peerspace, Peerspace, peerspace.com. Peerspace. Just go look for somewhere where you can have 15 people, 20 people, and it is very inexpensive. Don't go get something very expensive. Then maybe if you've got another teammate in your area, let's split the cost. Let's do it for 2 hours and invite some people so we don't have to have them in our home. Find out who has clubhouses at their apartment complexes. Use those spaces. Partner up. Don't try to do this alone. It doesn't even matter if the person is on your team. Just in Super Patch. Who in Super Patch is in Toronto? Who in Super Patch is in Orlando? Who in Super Patch is in Atlanta? Who in Super Patch is in Austin, Texas? Who in Super, just ask. You got a space in Orlando? Tina, where you been? We've been looking for a space. We just put a ton of money out for a venue, but now we know. So Tina has a venue in Orlando. Justin Jones, you need to connect with Tina. Tina, I believe, was the young lady that was at our event here in Jacksonville. She has a clubhouse. That's all you need. Now, you probably don't want, I probably will pack out a clubhouse. So we're gonna have to, that when I come through, it's gotta be a venue. But when you're doing your normal events week to week to week, Dr. Dunn uses the library. Dr. Dunn, how can they use the library? How can they find out about using the library? Tina, we can
Go
use anything.
online to your library websites and mine, it just says book a room. I push that and they see what date you want, look at the rooms that's available, and you just book it. We have a 3-hour block that's free. After that, it's $20. We never go over the 3 hours. Boom.
There you
I
go.
book it every week.
So get in their calendar roll. If they've been booked, get in there, keep going in on there and seeing when you can get into your library. All right. Now, libraries do have stipulations. Like
They do have stipulations.
can't
However,
sell.
book the room
Book the room.
and go and do what you need to do. You don't need to talk to nobody. Stop talking. Just go do what you need to do, right? Now, some libraries you do have to call and book it, but you can just say, I'm having an informational meeting about my business. Boom, that's it. Just be quiet.
Y'all got it? Less is more. Stop talking so much. Stop talking so much. Okay? So here's the thing. Zanella, you have an event space in New Jersey. Zanella, I believe that you are close to Artis. So you all got to start talking to each other. All right? Because then you can work together. But Zanella, I think you're close to Artis. I know Artis is close to New York as well. He's up in that direction. Okay? So y'all talk to each other. Artis is actually on here right now. Fire stations also have free rooms for use. I didn't know that. So there you go, y'all. Write that down. Fire stations have free rooms for use. So that's what we want to look for, you all. We want to look for the rooms that are cheap, not cheap, but more cost effective. Golden Corrals, they have a room. Some Starbuckses, they have a room, and they don't charge much for those spaces. But you can't keep waiting. You got to just do it, right? I've come through a lot of different cities where I started the flames. All right, now you got to keep it going. All right, so now, Dr. Dunn, pull up your back office, well, you know, the dummy back office, and pull up so that we can show them the graphical downline, so they can see the chart now in their back office. Is this good, y'all? Is this cool? Is this good? We want to make sure everybody's learning. We're going to do some activity before we get off of here, okay? We're going to do some activity before we get off. So here is a dummy back office, and we want to show you that same way that you're looking at the chart. Normally I got a stack of charts with me, y'all, but I'm not home. All right, we're still in Jacksonville. So I normally have a whole stack of charts here, but now you want to see that chart in your back office, okay? We want you to see the chart in the back office. So you're going to go to your back office just like this. You go to commissions. Y'all write this down. To see your chart in your back office, you go to commissions. Then you go over there to graphical downline, not genealogy. Write that down. Graphical downline. Then it's going to come up like this. Now, I want you to picture that you are the person in the middle of the box where it says Anthony Dunn. I want you to picture that you are Anthony Dunn. You see that? Does everybody see that? So you are that person. So this structure already has more than 3 legs of business. Does everybody see that? Does everybody see that this structure has more than 3 legs of business? Okay, we got 2 yeses. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Right. I was getting ready to ask that next question, but you did. Somebody answered it. I was going to ask, how many legs of business does this structure have? Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Jen. It has 5. 5. The 5 different legs you see are Victoria, Derica, Christina, Ellen, and Taji. Those 5 people are called legs of business, which means that technically this structure should be strong enough to build on its own. However, what do you notice? That they all kind of came in and didn't really do much, right? So when this person enrolls, let's just say this person's sponsor, if this person's sponsor had some overage at the end of the month and they were like, okay, well, I got these 3 people or 2 people that I can move. If they were to come to this structure, does it look like there's at least 1 leg of business that's doing a little something? I want y'all to tell me which leg of business appears like it's doing a little bit of something. There you go. Who is Fiona? Who is Fiona? Now, Nichelle, I know that better have been a joke. We got Diana, Deanna, Danica. Y'all are what in the world? Now, y'all getting a spanking. All of y'all, okay. I could take the misspell.
I think she meant to say Deanna.
Oh, okay. I can take the misspell, but we certainly not saying Fiona. All right. So I was, she said, it's my computer. Okay. All right. Danette, we're not talking about recruiting right this moment. Right now, we're talking about structure. And please don't even, y'all got to stay focused on what I'm talking about, because what's going to happen is when you're not focused on what I'm talking about, when we get off of here, you're going to miss what I'm talking about because you're trying to talk to Danette about recruiting. So I'm going to need y'all to just wait, because I already really kind of talked about recruiting. So we're not going to go there right now because I'm not going to separate from talking about structure. So everybody, Monique, y'all stop talking about that so that y'all can be focused on structure. All right? Danica, because we got all these people that don't even know who I'm talking about. All right? So Danica's leg appears like it's the leg that's doing something. Okay? Maria's under Danica. We talking about Danica, the position right now. So let's just say when we're looking at this structure, if that is, so this is what you got. I'm trying to talk strategy to everybody. Listen, if that leg is already producing something, is that where the sponsor would want to go to with 2 people that they have to enroll? If you're trying to now spread your volume out because you're looking at the bigger picture, Alicia, you said yes, they should go there. Tell me why they should go there. No, they should not go there. Because that leg looks like it's kind of working a little bit. So here's what we would do. I'm going to show you what we would do so that we can consider, if I'm going to move some people over here, I don't want to go to the bottom leg. No, I don't. I want to check the volumes in the other legs to see what might be going on in this structure, to see where or if there's any volume coming from anywhere else. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the little arrow at Taji, and there's a little arrow at the bottom of the box. Do y'all see that? And then once you hover over the little arrow, it then says rep details. You click rep details. Sometimes you got to do it twice. And then you scroll up and you go down to where this, well, it used to be a circle, but when you do this now, this is the way it shows. And you click on view rank requirements. And let's go see. She has 552 volume. But what do you notice about her? What does it say? Is the person active? She is not active. So now she might have got blessed. But Rosalind, because she is not active, guess what we doing? Bang. Next. You see? So this is what happens at the end of the month. And this is literally what we do, y'all. We sit and we click around like, I might have to move somebody. Oh, let me see where's some volume. Let me see who's got some volume. Let me see who's active. And we're looking like, well, I'll be jumped up. I wanted to put 2 people over here, but I can't even put nobody over there because they aren't active. And then because I'm a busy woman, I'm not sitting around to call people, hey, did you know you're not active? No, you know you're not active. So now, dang, we can't even place nobody to Taji. So let's just go see if Ellen Ballantyne is active. Ain't that about it? What if I had 2 $14.99 packs to move over there? Ain't that something? So now let's see who's active, what volume, or if this person is active, and that's even worse. No volume, not active, and we're not picking on anybody. We're just showing you all what happens, and we're showing you how you have to go through your organization and click that arrow and click on rep details and go and see what volume is there. Where is the volume coming from? Who's active? Now, some of the people you know well enough that you can actually talk to the people and say, hey, you probably just, it was probably an oversight, but you aren't active. You may want to go ahead and place your order because, you know, we're on closeout now. The month is getting ready to end. All right. Then you want to click and bless when appropriate. Yes. Now we're going to go over to, is that Christine? Because I can't even, got small on me. Christina. Let's check on Christina Coley. Let's see, view rank requirements. Not active. Y'all see what I'm saying? And guess what? This is actually what we do on closeout, leading to closeout. So for the last 2 or 3 days, this is what we've been doing. This is literally what we've been doing. To see where volume is coming from, what's happening, who can we help? Then let's go to this last leg, Victoria Pendleton. We actually do this throughout the month, but definitely the last few days of the month. Is this person qualified, y'all? Does this person have some volume? Let me tell you what this person does. This person buys the buy 3, get 1 free. Because she has 207 volume. She's active with 207 volume. Do y'all see that? I want you to see it so you understand where it came from. Alicia, she's active. You see the green arrow that checks? Yes, active. Do y'all see that? Some people told me no. It's right there. There's a green arrow. Okay, does everybody see the green arrow? Now, if this sponsor wants to place 2 people, where would the sponsor place them? Based on what you see, if you were the sponsor and you had 2 people to place, where would you place them? Because green means go. You would place them under Victoria. Now, how do you place them? Because they're just say there are 2 people in your holding tank. Wait, before we go anywhere, if you have to place people under Victoria, what you're going to do right now is you're going to write down the ID number of the person that you need to place to. So we would right now be copying and pasting Victoria's ID number or writing it down on a piece of paper. Does everybody understand that? Before we go any further, because now we want to act like we got two people in the holding tank to place to Victoria. But you need Victoria's ID number before we go out of here. Because you don't want to have to keep going back and forth. So yes, we made the decision after clicking, that Victoria is active. Looks, and she's on SmartShip. Congratulations, Victoria. Not only is she active, Victoria's on a SmartShip. So now I'm saying, okay, she hasn't built anything yet, but she's smart. She's on a SmartShip. That to me is a person that I can trust because they're on SmartShip. So does everybody, we're acting like we got her ID number. We want to make sure everybody understands what we're doing. And now we're going to go to the holding tank. How do we find the holding tank? Well, I'm glad you asked us. It is right there in your organization. So I'll write that down. My holding tank is where the organization tablet is, tab is. Then I'm going to click on strategic placement. Smart Maddie, exactly. Now, of course, we know there's no one in this holding tank because we're not really building this account right now. So there's no one in the holding tank. But if there were people, this is what's called the holding tank. And what would happen right now is there would be people lying down with their ID numbers and a little box to the left. All right? Listen to this. Once you're ready to move two people to Victoria, you would click the little box to the left. You would click on the little box. It would light up the person's name, Whitney Houston. Then in the very top, do you see where it says, where do you want to place the person selected below? You would put Victoria's ID number in that box. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? I need to make sure we are all good. And then after you put Victoria's ID number in that box, you would hit place selected associate. And then guess what's going to happen? A note is going to come up and say, are you sure that you want to move Whitney Houston to Victoria? And then you're going to click yes. And then you're going to do the same action for the next person, Bobby Brown. Y'all got it? So you go organization, strategic placement, and then boom, holding tank. Organization, strategic placement, holding tank. Write that down. Organization, strategic placement, holding tank. Now we've told you why you should move the people, how you gotta move the people. We've given you where the volume comes from, why structure matters. Is everybody set? Everybody understands this now. As you do this, it gets easier and easier and easier. But you have to understand that you're building legs of business and structure. The stronger the structure, the better your income. Now, remember I said earlier, if you have a dead leg, there's no life in it, I said start a new leg. Here's the deal. You don't want to have to keep starting new legs. So, if you, I think we can remove this now, Dr. Dunn. If you consistently have a ton of dead legs, that's a leadership problem. And I'm not saying that to be mean. That's a leadership problem. Let me help you. If you continue to have dead legs, that means that something's going wrong in the recruiting. Typically, it's the way you recruit the people. Well, you know, this is easy. You ain't got to do nothing. No, you do have to do something. You got to put patches on people. Now, I say this is the simplest business I've ever done. Okay? But you can't, or you don't got to do nothing. No, you don't have to run no, you don't have to buy nothing there. You don't have to buy no, just get this right now, or just do $40. No. So a lot of it has to do with the way that you recruit as to how the person, what they do afterwards. Not all of it, some of it, a lot of it. Okay? Then once they come in, I always know when a person is gonna do well based on what they do. If they won't get in the Telegram chat, Houston, we have a problem. If they won't open up the boards app, if they didn't save their welcome message that has a ton of information in it, then we know, because in the welcome post that we give them, it has how to log into your account, how to and so when they won't do those steps, that goes to show you that the person is probably just going to be a person that purchases product. Now, sometimes months down the road, people do wake up. It does happen. Months down the road, people wake up. So I never count somebody out. I never count somebody out, because you just never know that months down the road, they just might. Okay? They just might. Someone put a question up about recruiting. I don't know, somebody about a Girl Scout. I don't know what, because I was trying to stay focused on what we were talking about at the time.
It was about how to
A
approach.
grocery store like a Girl Scouts do. How would you? I would ask. Just ask. It's the same thing. I would just ask, hey, you know, I would introduce my, hello, how are you? You know, I was wondering how do those people that are usually out here vending, how do they get where do they get permission to do that? I would ask just like that. I wouldn't go into, because I would let them ask me, well, what do you have? We were in the Louis Vuitton store today. And because I have this on, guess what the rep asked? What is that all about? What kind of patches what patches for what? Sleep? Hold on, what? How do I find out more about that? Paul, am I lying? That was before I asked her anything. She was asking me. See, I don't think we quite get it. Today we went into the Rolex store, and Dr. Bramwell was sitting in the front. And while she was sitting in the front, the woman started doing like this. I'm having a flash. And she looked at Dr. Bramwell kind of laughing. I'm having a flash. What did that do? What did that do for Dr. Bramwell? It opened the door. There was nothing else to talk about. So then Dr. Bramwell came. I saw her talking to her when we were leaving out, and I said, hey, because I had gone to show her my Rolex, and they was like, oh my God, you got the mother of pearl. Oh my God. And they went crazy, right? And then I let Dr. Bramwell talk to her. We got outside, and she said, yes, she was having hot flashes, blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, go back in there. Because what did I have in my pocketbook? Patches, everything she needed. Dr. Bramwell had left her stuff in the car. I said, here, take these back in there and put them on her. She's going to love you. And she went right back in, and she was like, I can kiss you. Can I hug you? She said, can I hug you, please? Can I hug you? Because we solve people's needs. I had a brochure. I said, just cross my stuff off of there and put your number on there. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, you don't throw up on people. You wait until they're going to tell you what they need. I have these shirts. We'll talk about, y'all get off the shirt, okay? Don't worry, we got y'all, okay? I normally have them at events too. I just didn't bring them this weekend, but come on, all right. So people will tell you now, I'm going to talk to you about recruiting while we're here. Dr. Dunn, you can stay on the screen with me. People will tell you what they need if you listen. Listen louder than you speak. I normally don't tell anybody what I do. I let them ask me what I do. So we're standing in the Lululemon shirt for Paige. Okay? So we're in Lululemon, and what does the woman at the register say? Hold on a minute, I'm looking at all this bling you got on. She was like, wait a minute, and pain, sleep, anxiety. How do I get more information about that? I'm just telling you, people will, even when you're talking to people, let me tell you how I bring up when I'm in a store, if the store is very busy. You know what I love to say to people? Wow, it looks like it was super busy in here today, huh? You must be tired. What are they going to say back? Oh my God, it has been all day long. Is it always this busy? And I don't see that's the problem. Everybody want to go to, well, I got to pack for that. No, is it always this busy? You have to build the rapport with the person. I'm telling you, I hear so many people rushing to the game. I mean, throwing up on people. Well, you need to come in. You need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do the business. You need to go a flex 40. You need to. No, you made that about what you want. Talk to the person. Well, how many people do you think you know? How many people in your family? How many people are you around that have a lot of anxiety? You got to ask the person questions. You should always have tons of ammunition on a person before you start talking about what you do. Right? So people will ask. And then if you're at an event where there are people around you, all you got to do is one stability test. Just one. Just one. Dr. Dunn, when you did your very first event at the library, what did that look like? Because I said it wasn't very many people there. Talk to us about how that, talk about that.
It wasn't that many people, but we used that to our advantage. We did balance tests on everybody, but people from the library were coming. I think Peggy was bringing people from upstairs. Like people started leaving, talking to people downstairs. They were coming up. Like we really didn't have to do much. People were coming to us once just one was done. And then from there, we said, okay, guys, well, we'll be here next week. Who's bringing someone with them next week? You know, so we build on that. They may come, they may not, but it gets them in their mind for them to come back. And some people did come back with 2 or 3 people. And now you got more leads. Okay, who can y'all bring back next week? You know, so it just builds on. And
But
some
had you
weeks
stopped,
nobody show up.
nobody.
Some weeks nobody show up. Like real talk. And we probably have a good 8 to 10 local people here right now. But we don't take that for granted. We'll use that space for a little training, right? Since we're there. And then we say, okay, well, let's do better next time, guys. All right, let's go. And that's it.
Okay. So I just wanted y'all to know, see, even Dr. Dunn, who's a VP, she's a VP. Even Dr. Dunn has events where people don't always show up. Let me tell you this other thing. I'm going to give y'all a little tip in vending. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Okay. So one of my biggest events I did vending was about 10,000 people. And we had, I don't know, Paul, how many people did we have vending that time? Tedra, I think you might have been with me at the Beautiful You tour.
We had about 15 of us that was vending.
We had to. There was 10,000 people. We
Mhm.
ended up having I think we ended up spending like close to $5,000 for the tables, right? And me and a few leaders put together, and we paid for the tables so the team could just come. Is when that product was hot. It was 2015. The product had like really just started to go hot. We sold out of every bit of product that we had, y'all. Everything. Everybody made money. But here's what I did at that vending event. So when you have 15 people, you don't want all 15 people standing at a booth. And although we had big like L-shaped, what I did was I made little handouts that were business card size. And what I did was I sent certain people to the doors where people entered with the little handouts that said the booth number that we were at. So it had the booth number and it had, you get $5 off if you get, or what you can do, because we do have something to offer them for free, is free stability test with this card or with this sheet. You know what I mean? You get a free stability. So while you're at the door, you have to have greeters that are close to the doors as people are walking in. Hey, hi, how are you? Here, make sure you visit booth number, blah, blah, blah. If it's no booth, they don't give you booth numbers, make sure you visit Super Patch so you can get your free stability test. Make sure you visit. And then when you see people walking in, when the runners see people walking in with a limp, in pain, with a walker, with a cane, the runners are on it like, hey, hey, oh my gosh, we got something for that. Make sure you go visit the Super Patch booth. Here it is. You understand what I'm saying? So now you're drawing people and then have people at the doors and have people walking around the events, sending people to the booths. I am telling you, that's how we dominated. You couldn't even get past us on that corner where we were because we had it locked up. So I am telling you that you want to make sure the booth is bright. Make sure nothing's flat on the table. Make sure you got runners sending people to your booths, and this little sheet says free stability test. You print a bunch of them on one paper and then cut them out. And you just have to have them so that people can, you got runners, and then you give them, maybe you'll do 30-minute increments where different people are at the booth, because I'm going to tell you something. It gets very, I'm telling you, there's lines of people normally waiting to get patched. Lines of people. So then you need to make sure you have one person bagging. It gets very hectic, Roslyn. You got to have one person taking money, one person bagging, you got it? You got to have somebody making sure they keep the area neat. You got one person that's taking names and leads so that you can keep it flowing well, because it can get very, very, very hectic. You may even want to have a few folding chairs because the venue is only going to give you a certain amount of chairs. So you may want to have maybe some fold-up stools that you can carry with you so that when people are waiting, especially if they're in pain, you got something for them to sit on. Because you can't always get to the people right away. But make them comfortable while they're there. Okay? Someone to video you, and then someone that's going to video. So you have to make sure that you know who's playing what parts at what times. And then you swap out, because you don't want one person to get overwhelmed. All right, you guys? When you have a 3-day, it's very hectic. And you want to make sure you got somebody to take the money, somebody to video, or you got a tripod there. Make sure you have your power banks to keep your phones charged so that you won't run out of battery, or however you're charging the people. Remember, every tap is going to be pulling from your batteries. I want you to think ahead. I'm trying to help you guys. Make sure you have those Let's Stay in Touch forms. All right, you all, you want to make sure you have tons of those. And then at the end of the evening or the end of your event, you split the leads. You split the leads. If you got 50 leads, you split them between the people that worked the event. Everybody got that? I do lots of vending events. I'm telling you that this will work for you, especially for these bigger events. All right, you guys? Any other questions before we go? She said, this is pure gold. I'm telling you how I work them. Okay. And I mean, really, this is going to work for you. You're going to change lives, but you're going to make a lot of money, because that's the goal. And like I said earlier, make sure that you are looking to vend even at smaller events during the week, because the smaller events, listen, they're short hours. They're not long hours. When it's on a weekday, it'll be like a 2-hour event here. Paul, what I made $400 at that 2-hour event the other day? It was 2 hours, I made $400. Where can you make $400 in 2 hours? Nowhere. Nowhere. So it was 2 hours, and honestly, it was kind of less than 2 hours because we got there right at the time to set up. No, we got it right at the time of start, and I got there and then had to set up. So just anywhere you see stuff going on, ask, hey, do you have an opportunity for me to vend here? Okay, do we have any other questions before we go? We made almost 600 at our home party yesterday in 2 hours. Come on, Nicole. Yes, yes, yes. How much product do you bring? That is a great question. Okay. You're welcome, Paula. All right. Okay. Honestly, y'all, I don't know what to tell you. Because what if you run out? What happens when you run out is honestly, I wouldn't leave the table. I would still continue to collect leads. Congratulations right now. I will continue to collect leads, maybe even have a laptop so you can continue to play other testimonies and videos, right? Have it looping, if you make one folder on your of your videos, it'll loop, they'll just play. She made 2,600 yesterday in 4 hours. See, that's what I'm talking about. See? We can't even make this up, y'all, okay? So you want to, that's right, Terry and Tawana made 600 this weekend. So what you want to do is you want to make sure, don't leave if you run out. So here's the thing. If you can make appointments, you can make appointments to do one-on-ones with people. You can still show them some before and after. You can still talk about the fact that my patches were so popular that they sold out. I sold out of all of my inventory. I would not leave because them people gonna say, what? You sold out. And now all the other vendors are also looking too. So one of the first things you need to do is you want to also make sure you get all of the vendors' information because they're already in business. Then, because you have your laptop, that's where I was going next, order them for them. Order them. So what I would make sure I do is your sample patches, don't mix them up. Keep so you can still do stability test. They don't always have to be able to buy from you right there. Say, I sold out of all of my inventory, but we can place your order right now. You made 150 just showing up at a church. See? $1,500 this weekend. Come on, Roslyn. We got a new director. Yep, Tanya Gilliam hit tonight. Right? So y'all see what I'm saying? Okay, I sold out a rocket because one of the men said it loud that this will help me in the bed. See? You only need one man. One man said it at our event yesterday too. And a lady bought 4 packs of rocket from me. I'm telling y'all how that went. 3. I only had 3 packs with me. She said, give me the 3. All right. So any other questions? So that's a good question. How much product should you have? You have to know how big the event is going to be. That's really where you start. So with this event that they're doing in Kansas City, it's the 3-day event. Probably going to be about 10,000 people there. They need a lot of product. Like a lot of product. Okay? Here's a suggestion. Now, I told Dr. Dunn this today. We got to change them, okay? We are pushing the Fab 5. All right? Y'all gonna love this. We're pushing the Fab 5, which that's just something we did. You don't have to do it. I'm just telling you what I'm doing because I know that those 5 patches are gonna work for people, okay? Listen to this. We're pushing the Fab 5, which is put these patches in the Liberty, Victory, Freedom, Peace or Zen, and Defend. Because honestly, I really, really have liked replacing the Peace with the Zen, but those are the 5. Peace or Zen, Defend. Liberty, Victory, Freedom, Peace or Zen, Defend. That's what we call the Fab 5. So because we're patching people that are in a lot of pain, with a lot of mobility issues, with those, they can buy a sample pack of 15 patches, 3 of each, and you're going to charge them $89 at your events. Yes, you are. Don't look at me crazy. I'm telling you that Dr. Bramwell was like, and they paid it. And today, I tried it out, and somebody paid me $89 today. On today. Yes, she said, now what? Say that again? Yes, they're like, wait, say that again? All right. You're gonna put 15 patches. Now you should separate the patches. So you should have the sample packs. And so because they won't know which patch is which. So that you have, wait, what Ray Bell said, wait, what? Okay, and I did it today. And $89 for, because if that is truly what we charge, right? If we're saying what did we say? We charge, how are we doing this? Whatever it is, we were charging for 3.
You said you were charging that for 30.
Right, but she said on today. So it does work. And people are going to pay whatever you charge them. So listen, not only did Dr. Bramwell and her business partners charge the $89 for the 15 patch sample pack, they charged $89 for 1 pack. So you can either get 1 pack for $89 or you can get one sample pack of 15 patches for $89. We know what we got. Now, what I would do is on the 3rd day of the event, if it's a multiple day event, is I would discount on the last day. So if it was 89, on the last day, I would take it to 75. Do you understand? I would take it to 75 because at that point, you're just trying to get rid of the product. Okay? So you go down to like 75, but 89, liberty, victory, freedom, defend, peace, or Zen. I like Zen. I really like Zen. Okay. And you discount on the last day. If it's a 1-day event, you don't discount at all. Okay. Then you also can sell $5 patches. You can sell 1. We got that? Everybody got that? All right, I think we good. Because 15 times 5 is 75, but you got to remember you paid tax and shipping. And you paid to be at that event. Okay? Some people charge $10. I know I'm just doing what our CEO said. He said at least charge $5 a patch. So that's what I'm doing. You can charge whatever you want. Okay? But just be careful. People pay $5 for a sticker. Yep, for their water bottle. They do. So, all right, there you go, guys. So I believe we what? They do, right? Okay, so we good, everybody? You're welcome. All right, we wanted to make sure that everybody got what they needed tonight. So listen, it is closeout. I want everybody to understand that if we start with urgency, we won't end in emergency. Start with urgency so we don't end in emergency. Y'all say, tell Dr. Dunn, thank you very much for hanging out with us. She's been on screen all night. She probably like, Nina, get me off this screen because she hates All right. All right. So it's close out. If you have people in your holding tank that need to be moved, please move them by tomorrow. We will not be moving on Tuesday. All right. You have to get it done by tomorrow. Get your orders in. Listen, if you're placing orders, do it now. Place your orders today, early tomorrow. I'm going to tell you why. The closer we get to the end of the closeout on March 30th, on the 31st, it slows down and we can't see anything. So if you miss something, you might miss something. You don't know. If everyone would just get active tonight, go do what you're going to do. Put your orders for inventory in. Because April, if you thought March was big, April's going to be bigger. I'm telling you, April's going to be bigger. All right. So here's what I'm going to give you some action steps so that you've got some action steps to have once we're getting off of here. So we're not just going to sit around like, oh, it's the end of the month. I'm cool. No, we're working. We're running through the tape. Message your top 10 hottest prospects right now. And I want you to copy it. So I want you to say this. Ready? Ready, everybody? Your top 10, whether they're customers or prospects. You know what to do to edit some of what I'm saying. Quick closeout check or quick month end check or March Madness is coming to an end. Something like that. March Madness is coming to an end. Do you want to get started tonight so you can count for March? Or should I circle back with you in April? March Madness is coming to an end. So that means I'm closing my month of business. So I don't know, for people that understand this kind of business, they understand that placement is everything. If they don't understand placement, you can say to them, hey, listen, placement is everything. March Madness is coming to an end, and placement is everything. Do you want to get started now, tonight, to count for March? Or if it's tomorrow, I don't know if you're going to be messaging, you know what, today and tomorrow. You want to get started now? It doesn't have to say tonight. Say now. Or should I circle back to you in April? Everybody got that? March Madness is coming to an end. And placement is everything. I would make sure everything is capitalized with red exclamation point after it. Capitalize the whole word exclamation. Everything. Placement is everything. Everything needs to be all capital letters with red exclamation marks at the end. Okay? Or should I circle back in April? Everybody has to do this. All right? 10 people. Then that's your people that are like your hot list, like your, people that have been looking, people you've been talking to, message them. Right now, your warm list, you can also kind of say, like, I'm finalizing placements for month end. Are you still open to getting started? Yes or no? Are you still open? Because now these are people that really haven't said that they were, are you open? And then you have to look at your structure, look at who's active, look at who's not. You have to see where you need volume, because remember, closeout is about where you need volume too. It's your business. So closeout is where leaders are made. And tonight we proved something, that we are not a team that waits until the end of the month, right? The last second. And what that happens is pressure. That's why we do this early. That's why we're moving everybody tomorrow. Let me explain why we're waiting until tomorrow to move. Because over the weekend, all of our volume doesn't show. All of our sales don't calculate. They start calculating on Monday. All right? And more auto ships are going to run between now and tomorrow. So we're waiting to move until tomorrow so that we can see what calculations might be taking place by tomorrow, what customers might have come through the weekend. We learned from Amanda, our liaison, that the orders don't go through over the weekend, so you don't see all of your volume. All right? So that's why if tonight was closeout, we would have been doing this yesterday. All right? We would have done this yesterday, and we would have placed yesterday, because we don't want to wait till the last day of the month. So we call that poor planning when you're working under pressure. And we don't live there anymore, because the leaders of this team have discovered that we have a much better attitude when we don't have to wait to the last minute for everybody to move. That is very stressful. And a lot of times we can't do what we need to do because other people are waiting until the last minute. We're not waiting. I need everybody to hear what I just said. Don't call us on the 31st at 11 o'clock at night, because that is not how you do business. That's ghetto business. That is not a business. That is not business for somebody that, especially when you had all month. It ain't like you got 500,000 people in the holding tank, right? So that's ghetto business. And you cannot be a person who's saying, I want to earn $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, and you keep waiting until 11 o'clock on closeout night, 10 o'clock on closeout night. No, this starts tomorrow. When are we starting? Let me see if everybody got the memo. We're starting when? Tomorrow. So that means that we have to be aggressive about people doing what they said that they were going to do by tomorrow. So that if you need help, we can help you tomorrow. because we need to make sure everybody's numbers are right on Tuesday, right? That we didn't miss anything. So you have to move tomorrow. I don't see enough people. Thank you for the 2 people who said tomorrow. Thank you for the 3 of y'all who said to 4. You got 5, maybe 6 or 7 people that understand it's tomorrow. But the rest of you will be not happy on closeout. And a lot of people are messing up their money because they don't listen. They don't listen to what we just said. They just leave everybody front line. They get on these trainings and then don't do any movement. These trainings are to show you what to do so that you then get off of here and you go and you move your people tomorrow. Okay? Place your orders. When are we doing our orders? Tonight. Because orders can be done. Put the orders in. If you know you need orders, please put the orders in. All right? So our new standard is that we start the month with urgency. So we don't end in emergency. We're not crawling to the finish line. We're building momentum from day one. So you want to let your sponsors know, what are your goals for the month of April? Have some day one actions. How many conversations? How many follow-ups? Run into April. All right? Talk about urgency. Your post should be urgent. We all should be posting a reel when we get off of here. Okay? Because a dominant team doesn't get dominant at the end. They get dominant at the start. All right? You want to dominate, you want to be a dominant team, you get active, you get dominant now. You don't wait until 11:59. Because I'm telling you, stuff happens. It goes wrong. Don't wait till the last day. All right? We don't wait till the last day. So, posted a reel while on training. Good. All right. So, also make sure you start going back through your reels. Check them comments. Check those comments. And Stanisha did say you don't have to post the same reel back to back to back now. But she said make sure you're posting some of the viral reels throughout the day. All right? Because we realize that a lot of people are getting flagged. And so she said you don't have to do them all back to back to back, the same reel. She said just make sure you're using the viral reels. All right? So we want to make sure everybody understands that. We're all still posting every hour. All right? Every hour. But just make sure you're still posting and scheduling. All right, y'all. I'm so glad we had this time together. Closeout's going to be strong. You all are amazing. And we pray that you've got a little more knowledge now and you totally understand how and why this is so important. This is crucial to your business and how you earn your income and what happens in your business. So let's close out strong. I love you guys. God